Namaste, welcome. Thank you for being here with me today. We're going to start on our back. So go ahead and lie down on your back. Bend your knees, put your feet flat on your mat. Take your arms overhead and extend the legs out like you're stretching out. Like make yourself a little bit taller. Notice how when we stretch out this way, we kind of tend to round or arch our back. I want you to see if you can pull the lower ribs in. So lengthen the tail towards your heels so the belly comes in and you can really stretch out the spine this way. So you're not arching the back. You can reach the left leg away from the hip as you reach the right arm above your head, and then switch side. Reach the right leg away as you reach the left arm. Just go side by side to side, alternating sides. And take nice deep breaths into your belly. Feel a little bit of lengthening in your spine. And then as you exhale, bring the knees to your chest, hug the knees in. You can grab your shins, rock a little bit side to side on your back. And once again, inhale, reach the legs out, reach the arms overhead, stretch it out, flex the feet or point the toes, whatever feels good, but really reach out. And then be aware of that arch in your back. Pull the belly in, the lower ribs come in, stretch, and then as you exhale, bring the knees to your chest, hug the knees in. And rock a little bit side to side. And let's just do that one more time. Inhale, really expand, make yourself long. Belly is in so that the back is not necessarily flattened, but you're not overarching. And as you exhale, bring the knees in, hug the knees in, and then rock a little bit side to side. And bring the right knee to your chest, extend the left leg straight. Take your left hand to the outside of that right knee as you do a nice gentle twist. So it's not really a deep twist at this time. And then take that right knee out to the right and let the right knee drop to the outside of the right hip. And then inhale again, bring that right knee across your body into a nice little gentle twist. And exhale. If you need to pause at any of these positions, feel free to do that. Remember, this is your practice. You showed up on your mat, so really take full advantage of it. Inhale and exhale. Let that knee go out to the side. And then bring the knee back in. Take your hands behind your hamstring this time. Extend the legs straight up towards the sky. And then point and flex that foot. So send the toes up and then bring the toes towards your shin. And we're going to do nice little rotations on that ankle. Take it all the way around to one side. Notice how there may be a little sticky point. So make sure that the ankle goes all the way around. And then reverse that motion, taking it back and out. And as you're ready, come back to the center, point the toe, and then flex the foot. As you flex the foot, bend that right knee, bring it to your chest. So it's almost like you're doing a lunge, like a runner's lunge, except you're on your back. If you need to, you can always bend that left knee and put the left foot flat on the floor. Otherwise, keep that left leg straight, bring the right knee to your chest, and then take that right hand to the outside edge of the right foot, and we're just going to kind of rock side to side here. So take that right knee out towards the armpit, and then nice and slowly bring it back to the center. If you want to, you can always just hang on to your shin or again your hamstring if your foot is too far to reach. Your left hand can rest on top of your left thigh, so you can kind of keep that left hip down. And just nice and easy, go side to side. You feel a nice opening in the back, maybe a little bit of a massage. And then bring that leg back to the center, interlace the fingers behind the hamstring again, and maybe a gentle tug to that right leg. So it doesn't really need to come that close to your body. You can just hang on to your hamstring. If you notice, my right knee is slightly bent, And I'm just bringing that right leg a little bit closer so I'm getting a good stretch in that hamstring. And then bend the right knee, put the right foot flat, bring the left knee to your chest. Extend the right leg if that feels good on your back. If it doesn't feel good, feel free to put that right foot flat on the floor. And then we're going to take our hands to our hamstring and straighten the leg and then gently point and flex the foot. So point the toes up towards the ceiling, and as you flex, bring the toes towards your shin. You know, our hamstrings or our legs are really different, so you might feel a little bit more tightness in this or tension in this leg. Maybe it feels a little bit more open. Just note that. No big deal. We're all asymmetrical. And as you're ready, go ahead and rotate that left ankle one direction. Go all the way around. So there's a reticulum band of tissues around that ankle. You want to go all the way around, really stretch those out, mobilize them, and then reverse it. Go the opposite direction. Keep breathing, nice deep breaths in. And then as you exhale, bend the knee once again, bring the knee towards your chest. Your hand can stay on that hamstring or go to your shin. Or maybe you like to take your left hand to the outside edge of the left foot. Again, feel free to bend that right knee if you need to. And then just kind of gently sway side to side, going one to the outside and to the inside. Give your low back a little massage here. Breathe nice and deep. Good. And then bend that left knee a little bit more. Take your right hand to the outside of the left knee as you twist gently over to the right. And then open it out to the side. Go nice and slowly. So we want to just kind of internally rotate that hip. Take it into a twist, and then external rotation of that hip as you take it out. And once again, inhale, lubricating that joint. And then bring the knee back to your chest. Take your hands behind the hamstring once again. And we're just going to gently tug that leg a little bit closer. If you want to, you can slide the hands up to your shins or your calves or your ankles. And a nice gentle tug. We're not pulling or forcing the leg to come close. And bend the knee. Bring the knee back to your chest. Bring the right knee back to your chest. Hug the knees in as you go a little bit side to side once again. And then happy baby pose. Grab outside edges of both feet and extend the legs up so the bottom of the feet are towards the ceiling. And here again, you can either rock side to side, which feels really good on your back, or if you want a little bit more, you can bend the right knee deep and extend the left leg straight. And then switch side. Bend the left knee deep as you extend the right leg straight. And then just kind of go side to side, or you can just rock side to side, whatever feels good on your low back. Couple more times, wherever you are, come back to the center, back to happy baby pose, and then send the legs up towards the sky and grab your hamstrings, point and flex the feet here, point and flex, point and flex. And next time your legs are pointed, hold it there, and then you're just going to gently bring the legs towards your chest. So as you bring the legs towards your chest, you're not really going into a full plow, which is when your toes go over the head. We're just going to lift the tailbone off the floor, and you can just kind of grab opposite elbows. And this is a really lovely way of stretching out your low back. So you can grab opposite elbows or just hang on to your hamstrings and then bring the legs closer to your chest. And that feels so good on your kidneys and low back. One more deep breath here. Inhale and exhale. And bend both knees. Now put the feet flat on the floor. Bring the legs a little bit closer to each other so they're on train tracks. And then your knees and feet are parallel to each other. Your hands are going to go right next to you. Palms are down. Push through bottom of both feet. As you do that, lift the hips up towards the sky so you come into a bridge pose. And then lift the arms overhead, just like we did at the beginning of the class. Keep the arms overhead, lift the hips up a little bit higher. Take a nice deep breath here as you pause. And then as you exhale, lower the hips down as your arms come all the way down. Maybe you can try and synchronize this movement so that when the hips come down, your hands touch the floor. We'll do that again 2 more times. Press through the bottom of the feet, lift the hips up. As you lift the hips up, lift the arms overhead, keep the arms above your head and lift the hips up just a little bit higher. Take a nice deep breath here, pause. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to lower the arms down and lower the hips down. See if you can touch the floor at the same time with the hips and the hands. And one more time, press through the bottom of both feet. Lift the hips up first, then lift the arms up overhead, pause, and then lift the hips up just a little bit higher. Take a nice deep breath here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through an open mouth, and then nice and slowly bring the hips all the way down. Lower the hips down as you lower the arms down. And then separate your feet wide apart from each other. So maybe they're mat width apart. Drop your knees over to the left. Windshield wiper your knees over to the right. And again, 2 more times. Inhale back to the center. Exhale to the left. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. And as you come to the center, take it to the left, and we're going to hold it here. So I like to use a block here. If you have a block nearby, go ahead and put that block under your left knee. The left knee is the one closer to the floor. And then drop the right knee down towards your left heel. Extend the right arm above your head and feel that nice stretch on that entire right side body. So you want to feel the armpit, the ribs, the right side body, and the IT band on the right side extended. If this feels good and you want to go a little bit deeper, you can pick up that left foot off the ground and place the left heel on top of the right thigh. And that gets you a deep, deep stretch all the way on that right side. And you want to just stay here for just a moment. Reach the right arm away from your waist as you breathe. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. See if you can allow the exhalations to really soften your body. Letting go of any tension you may be holding on this side. Breathe. Nice deep inhale. And open your mouth and exhale. And again, inhale through the nose. And open your mouth. Exhale all the air out. Good. You might get a little adjustment. I just gave myself a little adjustment on my low back. And then go ahead and put your feet flat on the floor again. Drop your knees over to the right this time. And if you're using a block, go ahead and put that block under your right knee, which is the one closer to the floor. Reach the left arm above your head. So you're stretching out the armpit, the lats on this side, the side body, the IT band. If this feels good, stay here. If you want to go a little bit deeper, take that right foot and put it on top of the left thigh. And then just stay here and close your eyes for a moment. Let that stretch just happen by itself. Inhale through the nose. So really passive, right? We're not actively trying to do anything. We just want to allow the exhalations to soften and stretch the left side body. And exhale out through an open mouth. Let it go. 2 more times. Nice deep inhalation through the nostrils. And exhale it out. You can even sigh it out of the open mouth if that feels good. And one more deep breath in. And exhale. Very nice. And then gently come on all the way back to the center. Put your block to the side. So make sure your hips are equally distributed on the hand on the floor. So place your hips down. Make sure you're not leaning one direction or another. Put the left ankle on top of the right knee as you bring the right knee up to your chest, figure four. You can thread the left arm through the legs and interlace the fingers behind that right hamstring if you like to. So here, the tendency is want to come closer. You want to bring the right knee closer to your chest to get a deeper stretch. But I'm just going to suggest that you press that right knee away. So you're almost like want to open up the left hip a little bit more. Not using your hand, but energetically press that left knee away from the hip. By doing that, you're creating space on that left side and getting a stretch in that piriformis and the hips. So pause here for a moment. Make sure your chin is not lifted. Just check in with your neck. Sometimes we tend to lift our chin, which kinks the back of the neck. So if you need to, always feel free to put a blanket under your head. And then as you press that left knee away, creating space in that left hip, breathe. And if you like to add a little bit more, you can extend the right leg up. Now with the right leg extended and the left knee away from the shoulder, you can gently begin to bring that right leg a little bit closer to your chest, but make sure the left knee stays away from the shoulder. And the right foot is flexed, the toes coming towards your shin, so you're getting a stretch in the hamstring as well as the left hip. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, and then bend that right knee and switch sides. So simply just switching sides. Bring that right ankle on top of the left knee. And notice initially we want to just bring the left knee up, but don't let that happen. You want to instead open that right knee away. So as you're pushing the right knee away, you're creating length in that right side and stretching the right hip. You can thread the right arm between your legs if you like to. Grab, interlace your fingers behind the left hamstring. And as you press the right knee away, you're actually getting stretching the shoulders as well. So hold it here if this feels good. If you'd like to add a little bit more hamstring on that left side, straighten the left knee and flex the toes towards the shin. And just stay here, check in again, make sure your chin is not lifted. Bring the chin slightly towards your chest. Draw that leg a little bit closer to your body without the right knee coming towards you. And then just nice simple breathing is all you need to do. Really, in our yoga classes, everything else is a bonus. It's the breath that we want to accentuate. So just stay focused on your breathing. Nice deep inhales through the nose, long exhales through an open mouth. And then bend the left knee, put both feet flat on the floor once again, and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then we're just gonna roll all the way over to the left. And here, if you have a blanket or a block or a pillow, you can rest your left ear on that block or blanket. Take your right hand to the outside edge of your right ankle or right foot, and then make sure the right knee is not lifted up. So you want to keep the right knee parallel to the floor, and you want to press that right shin towards the back wall. This way we're getting the deep stretch in the quadricep and the thigh muscles. And then remember, trying not to create more of an arch in the back. So if you pull the belly in, you'll feel the deeper stretch in the hip flexor and the right quadricep. And you just want to keep that right heel close to your buttocks as you're pressing the right shin back towards the back wall without creating an arch. So belly is in, heel is in, and you're getting an elongation of that quadricep muscle, nice and slowly. Deep breaths in and nice deep exhales, long, long, long exhales out. And then gently bring that right knee to your chest again, but take the right hand on the inside of the right leg as you open up the hip. Your options here is taking your hand to your heel and extending your right leg straight up towards the sky, or you can just hang on to your ankle or your calf. So whatever is accessible to you, that's the most important thing. We're getting a little bit of a stretch in the inner thigh as well as the hamstring here. Nice deep breath here. Inhale. Long exhale out. And then bend the right knee, bring it back to your chest again. And we're just gonna roll all the way over to the other side. So I'm gonna face the other direction just so my back's not towards you, but you feel free to just roll over. Your right ear is either resting on a pillow or a blanket or block. Grab your left ankle and then keep that left knee parallel to the floor as you press the left shin back. The tendency is as we go back to arch our back, let the belly come on. Make sure you pull the belly in. So you're pulling the ribs in, belly is engaged, but at the same time that shin is moving back behind you. And you feel that stretch in the hip flexor and the quadriceps this way. And just check in and see. You can even look down and make sure that the left knee is parallel to the floor so it's not lifted up. A nice deep breath here. Inhale and exhale all the air out. Hold on to that ankle. Press the left shin back a little bit more and exhale. And then bring the left knee towards your chest. Grab the knee in. Now take the left hand to the inside of the left knee. Open up the hip. You can stay here and just lengthen the leg. You can grab onto your ankle or your calf, or you can take your left hand to your left heel as you extend the left up towards the sky. So you're getting a hamstring and an inner thigh stretch. And wherever you are, just stay focused on the breath. Nice deep inhales and exhales. And you can flex the foot here or point at whatever works best for you. And then bend the left knee again, bring it closer to your chest. Just hug that knee in. And then we're gonna come all the way up, press yourself up to on all fours. So tabletop pose. Check in here to make sure that the joints are all stacked, knees under the hips, wrist under the shoulders, hands flat on the floor. Take a nice deep breath and lift the hips up as you send the head up. So you want to lift the tailbone up and then lift the chest open. Make sure the shoulders are not coming up to the ears. So chest up like a happy dog, lifting the head up, lifting the tailbone up. And then as you exhale, initiate the movement from the belly. So pull the belly in first. Let the tailbone tuck under and then drop the head as you round the back. This is really great movement for the spine as long as we do it right. So send the tailbone up first, then lift the chest up, then lift the head up into your cow pose, and then initiate the movement from the belly. Pull the belly in, round the low back, then upper back, then drop the head down into the cat pose. Try it again. Inhale, lift the tailbone up, and then lift the chest, and then the head comes up. And exhale, pull the belly in, and then the chest, and then drop the head down into the cat pose. Exhale, very nice. And come into a neutral spine. Take a nice deep breath in. Send the right leg back and up. As you exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. So now here would be a good place to use a block. If you're using one, you can rest your hands on a block. If not, no worries, you can just have your hands on the floor. Let the hips melt towards the floor, and then take that left hand next to your right foot. You can reach the right arm up towards the sky, or if you don't want to do that, you can just rest the hand on your low back. But see if you can create a little bit of a twist here. Your gaze can go up to the ceiling if that feels good on your neck. Or maybe you can just look at the horizon. Pause here for just a moment. Feel that length in the spine and a little bit of a twist in your upper back. And then as you exhale, lower the hand down. Heel toe that right foot out to the right. And we're just going to take the right hand on the inside of that right thigh as you roll to the outside edge of the right foot. So the inside edge of my right foot is coming off the ground, and I'm pressing my right knee open to get a deeper twist here. And I'm just going to breathe into that right hip and exhale. And then slowly, gently come all the way back up to the center. Heel to that right foot back to the center. Take your hands to the floor and step that right foot back. Inhale, begin to reach the left leg back. Exhale, step the left foot up in between your hands. Inhale, lift the heart up, let the right hip just melt towards the floor. And then you're going to take that right hand on the inside of that left foot and twist to the left with the left arm reaching up. If you don't want to do that, you can take the left hand to your low back and just create a gentle twist of your upper back here. So letting your hips melt, your gaze can either go up towards the sky here, or you can look straight ahead. Whatever you're doing, just breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale it out. And then gently release that hand all the way back down to the floor. Heel toe that left foot out to the left. And as you press on the inside of that left knee, roll to the outside edge of that left foot. So the inner side of the left foot comes up. And then now you can go a little bit deeper. You can turn and twist a little bit more here in this pose. Either close your eyes and just nice deep breaths into that left hip, or you can just keep your gaze open, but soft gaze. Try and have a soft gaze wherever you're looking. And then nice and slowly come back to the center. Heel toe that left foot back in and step that left knee back. One more of those cat-cows, please. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, pull the belly around the back, cross your ankles, sit in between your heels. And then we're just gonna finalize our practice in a gentle seated position. So find a comfortable seat, please. Let the shoulders down your back, lift the chest up. You can stay here for just a moment of quiet meditation. Close your eyes. Let the crown of your head reach up towards the sky. Just check in. Notice what's happening in the hips, arms, shoulders, neck. Maybe you feel a little more space in the hips and the side body. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth side out. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Bow down to yourself for creating this time and space to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. Namaste.